Hello, and welcome to this quiz all about the sons and daughters in the Bible. 20 questions. Let's begin. Question 1. How did Solomon determine who the disputed child belonged to? Did he draw lots? Or threaten to divide the child? Was it that God told him? Or did a witness come forward? Solomon threatened to divide the child. Question 2. Which of these was not the daughter of Job? Was it Jemimah, Keziah, Keren Hapuk, or Naomi? And that was Naomi. Question 3. Who said, "Whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of God as a little child shall not enter therein"? Was it Paul, Peter, Jesus, or John? And that was Jesus. Question 4. Who did Samuel think was calling him as a child instead of the Lord? Was it Moses, Eli, Hannah, or Elijah? And he thought Eli was calling him. Question 5. Which baby was named after his mother's laughter? Was it Jacob, Esau, Isaac, or Joseph? And that was Isaac. Question 6. Jephthah made a vow to God. With what effect on his daughter? Was it that she prepared a feast? She travelled to Jerusalem? She married a priest? Or her life was sacrificed to God? Indeed, she needed to sacrifice her life to God. Question 7. What does Malachi say will happen before the coming of the day of the Lord? Was it that children will run away from their parents? The hearts of the children will turn to their fathers? Children and their fathers will eat the Passover? Or the faces of the children will shine with joy? And that is that the hearts of the children will turn to their fathers. Question 8. In the prophecy of Isaiah, where will a little child play in the future? Is it the den of a lion, the lair of a wolf, the hole of an asp, or the cave of a leopard? And they will play in the hole of an asp. Question 9. At the feeding of the 5,000, a young lad provided what? Was it 5 loaves and 2 fish, 2 loaves and 5 fish, 1 loaf and 5 fish, or 7 loaves and 3 fish? And he provided 5 loaves and 2 fish. Question 10. Who was the youngest child of Jacob? Was it Joseph, Issachar, Naphtali, or Benjamin? And that was Benjamin. Question 11. What was David's job as the youngest child in the family? Was he an errand boy, a cleaner, a musician, or a shepherd boy? Of course, he was the shepherd boy. Question 12. How old was Josiah when he became king of Israel? Was he 6 years old, 8, 12, or 15 years old? Josiah was only 8 years old. Question 13. Who said, "When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away all the childish things"? Was that Jesus, John, Paul, or Peter? And that was Paul. Question 14. What happened to the prodigal son when he returned home? Was it that his father welcomed him and killed the fatted calf? Or his father took him back as a hired servant? His father sent him back to the pig farmer? Or his father welcomed him and his brother threw a party for him? And he was welcomed, and the fatted calf was killed. Question 15. What happened to the Shunamite's son? Was it that he did not have enough food to eat? He developed leprosy. He died and Elisha raised him back to life. Or he nursed his mother through an illness. The Shunamite's son died, but he was raised back to life by Elisha. Question 16. According to Proverbs, what is bound in the heart of a child? Is it salvation, foolishness, wisdom, or idleness? And alas, that is foolishness. Question 17. Who said, "You are my beloved son, in you I am well pleased"? Was that Solomon, David, Adam, or God? And of course, that was God, well pleased in Jesus. Question 18. Which missionary was taught the scriptures from an early age? Was that Paul, Timothy, Mark, or Barnabas? And that was Timothy. Question 19. Whose wife heard that the Ark of God was captured and that her husband was dead, and then went into labour? Was it Phinehas's, Hophni's, Ichabod's, or Eli's wife? And that was Phinehas's wife. And question 20. What was the name of the city where Elijah raised the widow's son? Was it Zarephath, Gilead, Beersheba, or Samaria? The widow's son was raised in Zarephath. Come join me at 101chapters.com, where you can read, listen, and download my entire collection.